Good morning. It's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Sunday morning. Just got home from church. Figured I'll make the video before I change into my grungy old sweatpants and sweatshirt and whatever I'm gonna wear to just be warm for the rest of the day. So, yesterday, the best way I can think of to describe yesterday was scrappy. I had such a wonderfully scrappy day. I finished so many items. I don't have my list with the specific order here to know which of the items I showed you yesterday I had finished that yesterday. I think this little turtle I had finished yesterday. I'm not quite sure about this dinosaur. He might have been Friday night. The platypus. I think I finished the platypus yesterday. So, I started out with a few makes from my scrap bag, finished up before I made my video yesterday. Then, for the rest of the day, I just nailed that scrap bag. And I finished so many items. One thing that I said I wanted to restock was my population of micro octos. Now that's a free pattern on my blog, and they work up quickly. In fact, this morning I made one between breakfast and leaving for church. So, we finished breakfast around 8:30 and left at 9:15, and in that time I also dried my hair and got dressed for church and all that. So they don't take long at all. One of these days I will time one. But I had leftover yarn from this turtle, so he has an octopus cousin. And I made one with blue yarn. I made one with orange yarn. Now this one, orange yarn with the weird eyes, the cartoon eyes. A few days ago, I was making something. I could not find my safety eyes. They used to be in a bin on the bookshelf to my right. And I thought I moved them to a bin on my left. They weren't there. And then I discovered / remembered that I have this, maybe 10 by 12 bin. It's like office in a box where you can put all your papers and stuff in and take it. I put all my safety eyes in there. And it was in the shelves to my left, but it wasn't the top shelf, it was the second shelf. So I found my safety eyes, and I could make this guy with safety eyes. And then just this morning, I had a little bit of this blue left over. Not quite enough to finish off an octopus, but I combined it with some variegated yarn that's got a nice blue in there, and I made this guy. So I have 4 micro octos to add to my basket. Okay, we'll put them, oops, don't wiggle the stuff. We'll put them right there with all these other finished things that need to be put away. And then I got into, actually, this guy I just saw down here, this was the first thing I made. I made a mini Stingray from a free pattern on Instagram by that designer whose name I will not try to pronounce because I took French in college and I did not do well. I did it as a summer course, but I was also working full-time that summer. So trying to do an intense college course while working, I wasn't doing my homework and practicing, so I did not do well with French. Then I got into chill pill mode. I made this one and broke out those safety eyes again and made that one. Now I did bring out some cream colored scrap yarn to supplement what I had because this bag didn't have any whites in it. So 2 more chill pills. I'd like to have a nice supply of those too. And then the last thing I finished up last night. Oh, I'm so proud of this one. An African flower turtle. I started with brown in the center and then went to a light blue and then a brighter blue, and then I finished them all off with brown. And I had to make 2 of these because there's one here and then there's one under the flower shell because there are such big holes in here. You don't want your stuffing to show through. So that used up a lot of yarn. When I reported in yesterday, so we're going to put this stuff in the bag. Get it in the bag. That's a family joke. There we go. Because I need to take pictures of these things and put them on Ravelry and get them on Etsy and put them away where they need to go. Okay, when I reported in yesterday, I said that I had, it was either 11.4 or 11.5 ounces of scrap yarn left in that bag. Now, granted, there are 2 good-sized balls out by my chair that I have started to make a stegosaurus from. I'm hoping that as I play yarn chicken that I'm going to win. But this is all that's left. There's another view of it. I tried to organize that by larger balls of yarn on one side and then the smaller on another. The larger ones on the side, I might be able to get a larger project out of, maybe a Stingray. The ones on the other side would be good for Crazy Daisy critters, or I have another idea. Yes, I have to find my pattern for one of my monsters that I made months back and try a different take on that monster. Oh, but did I tell you this is down to 5.8 ounces. The problem is there are 40 different balls of yarn in that 5.8 ounces. There's a lot of little scraps left over. Yeah, challenge accepted. I'll keep working my way through it. I'm looking, trying to see if any of these would make, like maybe this would be a good color for a macaroon. I probably have to do a white filling between because I don't think I have a blue that would really go with this for the filling layer. I want to make some macaroons. I want to make another platypus. I'm sitting here thinking, it's a creature I just made and it starts with P. I got it, platypus. I want to make another platypus, but I don't know if any of those bigger balls of yarn on the side are enough to make a platypus. There's always the next bag. And I've got to, no, don't even look at the next bag yet. Don't even look. Focus on this. Okay. So that's it for today. It's a short video because they're small projects. I am just so tickled at the way that African flower turtle turned out. Maybe I can show the turtle to my husband and show him this thing of yarn and say, okay, ooh, what if I did a bright one? Like an orange, that's not enough. One of these, red or orange, for the center. But I don't have any yellows. I've got a lot of blue. Like if I borrowed a yellow, added in a cake of a brighter yellow yarn, and did like an orange center, and then yellow petals, and then blue for the divider. That might be it. I like those African flower turtles. I'm tickled at the way they turn out. And they usually do sell pretty well at craft shows. If I have a nice selection of them, different colors, usually they sell pretty well. I want to make another one of those. Yeah. Who am I kidding? I have a list like this of stuff I want to make. And okay, I'll get to it. Just one bag at a time, one step at a time. We'll get there. So it is 11:29. I have about half an hour before I need to start working on dinner. So I'm going to go change into my play clothes and play with yarn. For those who like to know, today's dinner, we have chicken all cooked in the crock pot. So I'll put it in the air fryer with Chevetti's barbecue sauce, or Chevetti's marinade. So we will have barbecued chicken, some sort of gluten-free pasta with Alfredo sauce, carrots and blue cheese, and I'll probably cut up a cucumber, and we'll also have cucumber and hummus for some more vegetables. That's the plan. That's what I planned out at like 2 in the morning. I woke up at 2 in the morning, couldn't get back to sleep. So instead of counting sheep, I'm planning the meal. Like, okay, got the chicken, we'll have this for vegetables. What do I do for the starch? We're all out of potatoes. No, don't do rice because I'm going to do the Greek rice bowls in a day or two. So we don't want to overdo the rice this week. Potatoes. Corn. Well, we just had cornbread. We just had biscuits. So I settled on some sort of noodle. And discussing it over breakfast, my husband picked fettuccine Alfredo. Although I don't think I have any gluten-free fettuccine. So it's going to be just some sort of spaghetti noodles Alfredo. That's it. Okay, enough talking. Change into the play clothes so you can go play with yarn. Bye-bye.